G'day YouTube people, today we're going to be covering the absolutely riveting topic of railway underpasses. Now this was triggered by the City of Canada Bay Council announcing that the railway underpass at Concord West Station had been brightened up with a bit of artwork, and I've got to say this looks really cool. Yeah, congrats to the artist. I mean, that's quite a good job. Issue is though, back in 2005 in the original bike plan, this was identified as a bottleneck or a problem and it needed replacement. And then when another review was done about, 14 years later, nothing had happened. So we're coming up on 20 years of nothing being done. Now, I want to show you, what's this, Bayswater Station in WA, where it's undergoing a major revamp, or in fact a complete rebuild, and have a look at this tunnel that they're putting in under the railway line and the ramps and stairs. I mean, this thing is absolutely massive. The scale is quite incredible. And I wanted to show you this bit from March because this is the old underpass and they were doing it in stages, obviously. So, one weekend they would have had a close down, dug a big hole, taken out the old bit of stuff, plonked in a new concrete, thingy, and then done the other half a bit later. Because when I came back 2 months later, you can clearly see they've done both sides. So they've been sticking in these concrete sections as they went, I guess, gluing them together somehow. But yeah, this is great. This is how underpasses should be. There's heaps of room for anyone on wheels or anyone that has difficulty walking up and down stairs. You could drive a car down there. Literally, you could drive a vehicle up and down that ramp. It's that massive. So I just thought I'd show you this because it's quite interesting how in WA there's, this project is soaking up hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, and it's way over budget. But they're building it out at quite an incredible scale. And the comparison with Concord West, where we've just got a bit of concrete pipe and it's been like that for 50 years or more, and there's absolutely no desire or whatever to upgrade it or replace it. It's probably going to be like that for another 20 years because obviously nobody cares. Apart from the people that have to walk through it or cycle through it on a regular basis, everybody else couldn't care less. But let's have a look at an older station, this time in Shenton Park, and there's no project to upgrade this one, but I just thought I'd show an old underpass as well, just for the heck of it, because I went through it. And yeah, it features narrow stairs, a narrow ramp, tight curves. They want you to dismount and walk through because it's just so awful, essentially. Low headroom. If you're a bit over 6 feet tall, you'd probably bonk your head on the ceiling. Everything about it is old. And built to a much smaller scale. And this is a station which gets a huge amount of student traffic every morning and afternoon because it's right over the road from a high school. And kids just flood across the road here in the afternoons to catch the trains wherever they're going. And they've got to squeeze up and down these ramps or up and down the stairs. But yeah, this is old school compared to the modern scale, which is at least double the size of this, maybe even triple. Yeah, I just thought you might find it interesting to see how our ideas of what is suitable engineering and scale has changed in the last 50 to 100 years, or maybe it's what engineering allows these days, or maybe it's space constraints. I don't know, but yeah, clearly, if you want to, you can build these underpasses much larger than we could in the past. So anyway, my apologies to people that still have to use that Concord West one. It's probably going to suck for another 20 years, but maybe one day, when they revamp the station, they might get around to doing something like this.